Hi, I am Paola Dávila, and I'm going to talk about how to apply universal design and differentiating instruction in the classroom. Universal design for learning. Therefore, universal design for learning is a teaching approach that takes into account the diversity of students. Its goal is to minimize or eliminate barriers to learning and participation in order to promote equal opportunities for access to higher education. In the universal design for learning approach, there are no reasonable accommodation because it already considers diversity from the beginning of the planning process. Let's see some examples that can be put into practice. One, provide multiple forms of representation and representation. Do not limit yourself to textbook, blackboards, and notebooks. Use the wide variety of resources available, such as graphic organizer, concrete materials, audiobooks. Make your own podcast, use platforms like YouTube, and take advantage of switch tools. The alternatives there are as vast as your imagination. Two, provide multiple and varied forms of expression and execution. Each person has different ways of expressing what they know, so you can start by adapting the time for activities, allowing multiple options. For response, give students the opportunity to express their knowledge in different ways and with various materials, whether writing or a throw, drawings, models, painting, etc. Don't forget to use graduate supports a like checklist. Three, provide multiple ways of motivation. Capture their interest through activities that are well planned and contextualized, appropriate for their age and capacity, take into account both individual and group diagnostic. Create flexible groupings in other words, diversify how you arrange your students, and consider cooperative learning methodologies. Encourage self-assessment to help your students recognize their progress and difficulties. Differentiation instruction. Each student learns differently, but they all need to learn something. Differentiating instruction can help students achieve to measure how they learn and what they have. What is differentiation? Each students work at a different pace for different reasons. This is why differentiating instruction is important. Differentiating instruction meets each student's needs. The first part, differentiation instruction, um, is figuring out what students have so teachers can help them learn. After figuring out what each student knows, the challenging parts begins creating different lessons and activities to meet each student's level and interest can be doubting, but it's necessary to help students learn. The last part of differentiation is to assess each student's growth, and the teachers can differentiate the classroom by using content, process, and product for students. Examples of application in the classroom. Create learning stations. Provide different types of content by setting up learning stations in the base sections of your classroom through which groups of students rotate. You can facilitate this with a flexible seating plan. Each station should use a unique method of teaching and a skill or concept related to your lesson. For example, a student can rotate between stations that involve watching a video, creating artwork, reading an article, completing puzzles, and listening to you teach to target different senses within lessons. A lesson should resonate with more students if it target visual, tactile, auditory, and kinesthetic senses instead of just one. When applicable, appeal to a range of learning styles by playing videos, using infographic, providing audiobooks, and getting students to act out as a scene. Making time for journaling. A journal can be tool for a student to reflect on the lessons you'll be taught and the activities you have run, helping them process new information. When possible, at the end of class, give students a chance to make a journal entry by summarizing key points they have learned, attempting to answer or make sense of lingering question, explain how they can use the lesson in real life scenarios or illustrating new concepts, which can be especially helpful for dressmaker lesson. And tell me, what will you do in your class?